Fox 32 has investigated Henyard's use of a police security detail, taking officers off the street and costing thousands of dollars.
Is there a motion?
In the small Illinois town of Dalton, with a population of just over 20,000, Mayor Tiffany Henyard finds herself at the center of a scandal that feels like something out of a political thriller. Serious allegations have emerged, accusing Henyard of misusing her position for personal gain by allegedly funding a lavish lifestyle with taxpayer dollars meant for public services. Reports suggest that extravagant trips, masked as business expenses, and opulent parties have been funded through public resources, highlighting a stark contrast between the mayor's alleged indulgences and the financial struggles of the town. Dalton faces crumbling infrastructure, insufficient services, and mounting debt, leaving residents feeling betrayed by a leader they once trusted. Critics accuse Henyard of prioritizing personal luxury over the needs of the community, with claims that her administration has systematically misused funds. Adding to the controversy, there is growing speculation about potential FBI involvement, with rumors of impending raids on the mayor's office further fueling public distrust. One particularly glaring allegation is that Henyard reportedly racked up $67,000 in travel-related expenses within just 5 months. These expenses included luxury flights, stays in opulent hotels, and extravagant dining experiences, all while Dalton residents struggle with failing infrastructure and inadequate services. This figure is particularly troubling for a community already suffering from financial distress, with essential services and projects remaining underfunded or neglected. Public forums and social media platforms are now rife with frustration and anger as residents grapple with the widening gap between the mayor's reported lifestyle and their own harsh realities. Henyard has attempted to defend her actions, claiming that her spending was necessary to represent Dalton. However, many residents view these justifications as insincere and dismissive, further deepening the sense of betrayal. The disconnect between Henyard's governance style and the community's needs has created a growing divide. Critics argue that her spending habits exemplify a broader issue of modern politicians being out of touch with the constituents they are supposed to serve. While Henyard enjoys luxuries, Dalton's financial resources dwindle, leading to delayed infrastructure projects and inadequate essential services. The resulting strain on the community has only intensified public outrage. Henyard's leadership, characterized by opulence and an apparent disregard for criticism, has cast a shadow over any potential achievements during her tenure. The scandal has become an ongoing saga, with fresh allegations surfacing regularly. Each new revelation reinforces concerns about her priorities and intentions, leaving residents questioning how their town reached such a dire state. As the crisis deepens, the town's future remains uncertain. The implications of financial mismanagement are becoming increasingly visible, with residents feeling the consequences of leadership that appears disconnected from their struggles. Calls for accountability are growing louder as Dalton approaches a potential breaking point, both financially and politically. The scandal surrounding Henyard has left the community disillusioned, grappling not only with mismanagement but also with a profound mistrust of the leadership meant to serve their interests. As this chapter in Dalton's history continues to unfold, many residents are eager for resolution and accountability, hoping for a return to leadership that prioritizes the well-being of the town over personal indulgence.
The government always does it, is to go and investigate people around her, and that's what.
Despite numerous attempts to access spending records through legal channels, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and her administration have consistently refused to release the documents, even defying a direct order from the Illinois Attorney General. It ultimately took a lawsuit filed by GBN News to break through the secrecy surrounding Henyard's financial dealings. What reporters uncovered has sent shockwaves through the town, revealing a troubling web of defiance and questionable financial practices that rival the twists of a Hollywood thriller. The findings paint a concerning picture of an administration operating with little regard for transparency, accountability, or the financial realities facing Dalton. Henyard's alleged misconduct extends beyond personal expenditures, drawing scrutiny to her controversial nonprofit organization, the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Promoted as a charitable initiative to support cancer patients, the foundation has faced significant criticism. Detractors argue that it functions more like a personal piggy bank for Henyard, allegedly funding her lavish lifestyle. The foundation was established with a $110,000 donation from Thornton Township, yet it has failed to register with the state or file legally required financial disclosures. This lack of transparency has fueled speculation that a large portion of the funds has been diverted to cover Henyard's luxury expenses, including high-end trips and designer purchases, all under the guise of charitable work. For many Dalton residents, these revelations feel like a profound betrayal, especially against the backdrop of the town's mounting financial struggles, deteriorating public services, and ballooning debt. Henyard's refusal to address these concerns meaningfully, instead framing herself as the victim of politically motivated attacks, has only deepened frustration and mistrust within the community. While she dismisses the accusations as a smear campaign, her reported indulgences, extravagant travel, upscale dining, and luxury purchases stand in stark contrast to the economic hardships faced by Dalton's residents. The scandal surrounding the nonprofit has further exacerbated the community's discontent, prompting many to question how an organization ostensibly created for altruistic purposes could operate with such blatant disregard for accountability. This controversy has starkly highlighted the disparity between the administration's priorities and the town's urgent needs. Basic services in Dalton remain neglected, infrastructure continues to crumble, and trust in local government has plummeted to an all-time low. For many, Henyard's actions are seen as emblematic of a leadership style that prioritizes personal comfort and power over public service, eroding any remaining faith in the administration's commitment to the well-being of the town. As investigations into Henyard's conduct unfold, the extent of the alleged misuse of public and charitable funds casts a dark shadow over her tenure as mayor. At the heart of the scandal lies the critical issue of accountability. Despite mounting allegations, Henyard has shown little willingness to cooperate with investigators or provide meaningful transparency, instead doubling down on claims of political sabotage. These defenses ring hollow to a community already disillusioned by repeated instances of secrecy and financial irresponsibility. Residents are left questioning not only Henyard's leadership, but also the systemic failures that allowed such behavior to go unchecked for so long. How could an administration mired in allegations of corruption and excess operate so brazenly in a town struggling to make ends meet? The stakes for Dalton are extraordinarily high. The town's financial future, already precarious, grows increasingly worrisome with each new revelation. Meanwhile, Henyard's political career hangs in the balance as investigations intensify and public outrage continues to grow. Federal investigators and watchdog organizations are reportedly monitoring the situation closely, raising the possibility that the fallout from Henyard's alleged actions could extend far beyond Dalton's borders. The town stands at a critical crossroads, with its residents demanding accountability and a return to leadership that prioritizes their needs over personal gain.